Tax is key in the new versus old property debate for investors. Real estate investors who buy new instead of old property can save more than $5,000 a year from tax deductions and other benefits, but are being warned to crunch all the numbers before taking the plunge. David Koch explains why it is essential for all rental property investors. Property investment and accounting firm Nieuvision says new property delivers thousands of extra dollars of negative gearing and other tax incentives each year, while lower maintenance and repair costs save investors more money. Tax deductions depend on the property and the investor's tax rate, but are bigger for newer assets. Despite the benefits of negative gearing, we find that older-style properties cost investors on average about $80 per week, or $4,000 each year, says Nieuvision director Nieuvision. However, investors can end up $20 to $30 in front each week, depending on their tax bracket, by purchasing new property instead. Investing in an older-style home on a large block with a big backyard may be appealing, but can come with higher stamp duty, fewer depreciation benefits and significant ongoing maintenance costs. Investors should think logically and avoid making emotional moves because investing is a financial decision, Nieuvision says. Dr. Adrian Raftery, Deakin University's course director in financial planning, says if new and old properties are identical in price, size and location, it makes more financial sense to buy new. However, the reality is that the price of a brand new property is a lot higher, Raftery says. Bigger tax deductions may be offset by the higher purchase price, larger interest payments, strata fees and building funds, he says. You really have to do your numbers because there can be bargains for older properties. Look at quality of workmanship. There's a lot of 10-year-old properties that look 30 or 40 years old that probably won't last 80 to 90 years like that ones that are that old now. Raftery says the biggest tax benefit from property comes from deductions that cost you nothing, such as depreciation of fixtures and fittings. The writing down the value of the building cost at 2.5% a year. If the building shell costs $300,000, you are getting an extra $7,500 tax deduction every year for 40 years, plus probably $7,000, $10,000 of deductions for the new fixtures and fittings if it's 1 or 2 years old, he says. Investors should be careful about buying apartments amid an ongoing construction boom that has sparked warnings about oversupply in several capital cities. Nieuvision says investors should be wary about off-the-plan apartments, which can take longer to build than they expect. They also are generally sold for a premium, she says. If you are set on buying an apartment, choose an established one that is still relatively new, so you get the good depreciation benefits, she says.